Hello, dear Taurus. How are you all? This is Kathy from Divine Debut, and this is your mid-month of November 2019 love and general reading. Hope that you're all doing very well, dear Taurus. We just had a full moon in your sign. What's going on? What has come to a culmination? What has completed? Whatever the full moon has brought for all of us on a collective scale is meant to be very positive, as even the full moon in your sign has been in a very positive aspect to Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node in Capricorn. So that's all about transformation and change, as well as accomplishing things, because Capricorn is all about career. What has come to culmination? What has ended for you in a positive way? Now, even if you haven't had the indication right on the full moon, the next couple of weeks will show you what that was. Now, the moon loves being in Taurus. It's exalted there. It feels really good. So it must have been an emotionally satisfying and good time for all of you whilst the moon was transiting through your sign. Speaking of the moon, it's just moved into Gemini now, so it's a time of, we felt good, it's time to talk about it, okay? So let's take your cards. So please, Spirit, for Taurus mid-November to end of November. I'd also like to mention that Jupiter on the 19th will be passing the galactic center, so the heavens are open. If you want to make a wish, it's a good time to do that. Jupiter can be very, very positive. On a negative note, Jupiter can also be a power of separation. Okay, so there is two types of energies that Jupiter gives us. Mainly, it's the positive. Okay, so let's take your cards. So in the now position, we've got the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, if you could only see it, it's a little bit dark. Six of Pentacles is the card of Libra for me. This is reciprocity, giving and receiving equally. We do have the scales here, and they are showing up as balanced. Hopefully you're feeling that there is equality within a relationship, any type of relationship, right? Okay, let's see. Now, you may be dealing with another earth sign, of course. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's look at the foundation, the root of the issue. And we've got the Page of Swords. And this is in the distant past, obviously. As you can see, it's quite dark up there. So, Page of Swords can be a messenger, a message of truth. This is your foundation. This is opening up and communicating. This could also be a message of something that you are starting successfully through the communication. Okay, he is holding that Ace of Swords, and in quite a decisive way. So let's take the rest of the cards. In the recent past, we have the Death card, Scorpio, and this is your 7th house. 7th house of other people, relationships. He is holding that Ace of Swords. Scorpio is your karmic partner, let's say. So it's the other people in your life. Now, Scorpio obviously is the death and transformation. Pluto is moving direct in Capricorn. The Death card is very important right here. It's shown up in a lot of signs. Mercury is retrograding through Scorpio. It is the time of Scorpio. The sun is there. Now, also, I'd like to say that in a few days, in about 6 days, so around the 19th again, Mars will be, which rules Scorpio, will be moving into its home sign of Scorpio. It will be leaving the sign of Libra, where it wasn't very happy, wasn't very strong. It's powering up. So, Scorpio is all about intimacy, speaking from the depths of our emotions. Scorpio is a water sign, very emotional, very, very buckled up where their emotions are concerned and their sexuality. So Mercury retrograding in Scorpio is bringing up information. Now, with Mars moving into Scorpio, it's going to be a power player. So that's the passion, that's the aggressiveness, of course, of Aries, because Mars rules Aries as well. So we're going to become the warriors at retrieving the information that has been hidden, that's been tucked away. And with the Sun in Scorpio, obviously, that's clarity, that is healing. This could be a sexual healing as well, through communication, through connecting on an intimately and emotional level. I didn't say that right, but nevertheless, on an intimate and communicative level. So let's see what's on your mind. What are you aiming for? And you've got the Lovers, and this is Gemini. So Gemini is also ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is all about communication. As I just said, the moon has just moved into Gemini. So Gemini can be very chatterboxy. So it's a time of we're opening up and speaking about our emotions. We're being more articulate about it. Now the Lovers, as I said, Gemini, it's a divine union. This is a soul connection. But this can also be a head over heart decision. What do you go with, dear Taurus? Do you go with your head or do you go with your heart? Okay, we've got 2 sixes here. In the recent past, there's been some sort of a change. Something is transforming. This is the peeling the onion, the skin, layers and layers off the onion, one at a time. A transformation doesn't happen from one day to the other. It's a process. Let's see what the outcome is. And we've got the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords can be 3 people in a situation. Even if there aren't 3 people, you are conflicted about a union. Now we do have 2 cards with swords on them. We've got the Ace of Swords as well as the 6, the 5, which equals the 6. I think that the message that is coming through, and you may have been dealing with a Gemini, could be any other air sign, but we've got the Lovers here, so that's why I'm saying Gemini. Let's take another card on that 5 of Swords straight away, and we've got the 2 of Swords, more intellectual energy. You're going with your intuition. You're making a decision. You may be choosing between 2. Okay, so we've got, as I said, we've got Earth as well as Libra, and we've also got Gemini. So you're either dealing with a Libra or with a Gemini. Let's take one more card. What's that decision about? You're leaving a chapter in your life behind. Okay, you're leaving whoever has deceived you and stabbed you in the back. And this is in this card here in the Arcanum Tarot. It's showing the woman upright. So this is someone that's not backstabbed you. They've stabbed you face on. So they've, and this could be during a conversation, that some sort of a truth, because this breaks down to the Ace of Swords, and this is it. Whatever this message is about has come as quite shocking to you. And we do have 17 swords here. 17 is the number of the star. If we add these other 2 swords, that's 19, and that's Leo, that's the sun. So we always say with the 10 of Swords, this is the darkest before the dawn, right? So you've been unlawfully and face on, you've been put in a position where you've had to make a decision. Why? Because I feel it's got a lot to do with this message. And I feel, and I'm channeling this message, I do feel as though the message that's come through is from, not from the person that's stabbed you in the back. But I feel that this message has come from, could even be an anonymous, someone who doesn't want to tell you who they are. I feel as though you've heard it from the grapevine. You don't know who this truth is coming from, and that's why you're conflicted, and you're going with your intuition here, and you're going to put an end to this, whatever this is all about. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, and we've got the Knight of Cups. So this is more than likely Scorpio energy, could be Pisces, could be Cancer. Let's see what's beneath that. And we've got the King of Cups. Okay, dear Taurus, I think that this is you. I think that this is your energy. So we've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I would say more than likely that what you are transforming from is that I feel as though there is a soulmate connection here. I do feel that there is a reciprocity here. But with the Page of Swords here, and this could be someone who has been, may have been spying on someone. Maybe you had an indication of someone doing the dirty on you, I feel here. And that's why we've got the Ace of Swords here. As you could see, he's not showing us his face. So there is a sense of keeping it under wraps. Whatever this truth is that you've received has been brought forward from someone who doesn't want to show themselves. Now, this could be, of course, you could know the person, but then you're not giving away the name of who has tagged you and who has communicated with you about some sort of a deception. Because here we've got 3 people. 5 of Swords. This is like a very difficult energy. 5 and 2, that's 7. Someone has tried to get away with something, but, you know, you can only run, but you can't hide, I'm going to say. And this turns into the Ace. Okay? So you're not in a mental prison. You're not trapped. Okay? It's better to look at your fears straight in the face than to tuck them under the rug. Okay? It's a time of truth, and the truth needs to be told. Now, you're probably using this Ace of Swords to sever ties with the past. That's what the transformation has got to do with. And I feel here that I feel as though you have got a soulmate connection. Doesn't mean that this relationship has taken form. This could be the beginning stages, because we do have the Knight of Cups as the general energy. This is the Ace of Cups that he's carrying. And look at that. It's actually glowing. That Ace of Cups is actually glowing. So I believe that it is from the divine. You are the king, obviously, but you are offering your cup to another person. You're offering it in the energies of the Knight of Cups. I feel as though you've come to terms with your emotions as the king, but the movement forward is, I think that you're wearing a suit of armor, because if you've been through this energy here, then you are, I think that your self-worth has been scarred. So I think that you're moving forward, but not in such a certain way. Beneath that, we've got the Hermit, and the Hermit is Virgo. Some of you may have stepped back. You're looking for the light, for the guiding light. You haven't been out there. You've been taking time, seeking the wisdom, seeking the answers from the divine. And we've got a Queen of Pentacles, which is a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I would say more than likely for most of you, this is your partner. You are showing up as the King of Cups. For me, okay. Now, if we look at it the other way, because this is a general reading, I'm going to say that You could be dealing also with another water sign. So if it's not that Queen of Pentacles, if that is not your partner and that's your energy because you are Taurus, obviously, even though the Queen of Pentacles is more Virgo for me and we did have the Hermit, I'm going to put it the other way as well, to look at it the other way. Yes, you could be dealing with another water sign. So I don't think that it's Scorpio because we've got the Ace of Swords. I would say that it could be maybe because we did have here, we have the Moon card, which is Cancer, Pisces. Okay, so for me, I believe mainly that you probably have got Cancer or Pisces in your chart, and I would say Cancer. I'm going to take the risk and say Cancer more than likely. We've also got the Moon here, and the Moon is the sign of Cancer. You're trying to make a decision with your higher self, through your higher self. So, dear Taurus, let's take more cards. I want to look at and see what else. This is the Lenormand. What else is going on for you? Please, Spirit, Archangel Michael, Archangel Jophiel. Taurus, mid-November till end of November 2019. Generally speaking, what does Taurus need to know? We've got the House, which is a number 4, and there is a K at the bottom of the card. K could be the beginning, the first name, let's say, of your partner. Of course, this could be your name as well. We've also got the timing card. So number 37, which equals a 0, I should say a 10. But this is the, this is a cuckoo clock. And it's all about at some point, and this is Saturnian energy for me because Saturn is the Lord of karma and time. Okay, the cuckoo, obviously, it's at a certain time that the little bird will come out and go cuckoo. Okay, so there is, and I feel as though with this, you are hearing off the grapevine, someone is giving you that information. So it's all about timing that the changes are going to come through, that the completion will come through because this is a 10, so is the 10 of Swords. And this could have been a committed partnership or relationship. Okay, and this could also be saying that you will be stable in your home when the timing is right. So after some sort of a completion. Now, we did have the full moon in Taurus, which is a completion, a culmination. Could that be the indication? Could that have to do with what you were shown? And we've got the sun. That is beautiful. And the sun is a number 31, which also equals a 4. And we've got an A. So we've got a K and an A. So I'm wondering, dear Taurus, the sun. The sun is, of course, it's clarity, it's love, it's children. The sun is also vitality, it's health. And we've got the lilies. And the lilies is a number 30, which equals number 3, which is the Empress. Now, this is pure energy, pure and divine energy. When I say pure, again, the sign of Virgo comes up. Why? Because, this is also, it's got a sexual connotation, but it's also the Mother Mary card. So this is, Mother Mary was pure. She was the virgin. So the word virgin comes up here. So this is something new that you're stepping into. I did say that, of course, this is someone that you recognize, someone that you've connected with emotionally, but I don't feel as though there's been intimacy as of yet. And we've got another K here. So what I'd like to do now is I would like to take the Twin Flame Oracle for you, Taurus, by Mystic Moon. Let's see what else we've got. Please, spirit guides and angels for Taurus. What do they need to know? Mid-November to end of November 2019. What will Jupiter bring to them whilst going over the galactic center point? What's happening with Taurus? And we've got Dark Night of the Soul. Wow. And that's very obvious with the Ten of Swords. So if this is not your energy, when we say Dark Night of the Soul, it could be that someone else is in their dark night of the soul, emotional self at this time. And that's why they're acting in this manner. But for you, again, this can be very challenging, obviously. Obviously very challenging. What else do we have for Taurus, please? Spirit, Taurus. We've got deception. There it is. Wow, Taurus. Wow, Taurus. Deception. And we've got purge. Yes. Thank God for the death card. Thank God for Scorpio energies. It's time to let them go. It's time to let the person who has deceived you, it's time to take off that dead skin. It's time to shed that dead skin off your back and free yourself. Free yourself and become that butterfly. Okay, come out of your cocoon. Just like with the Hermit card there, it's time to come out of your cocoon. Speak truthfully from your emotional self. I know that it's hard for Taurus. It's not easy for them to open up emotionally. You're an earth sign. You're very stable. You're very dependable. You're not very open with your emotions, especially having Scorpio in your 7th house. Someone needs to have the proper key to unlock your heart, to unlock your emotions. Let's take another card. And we've got fear. This is not going to serve you, dear Taurus. No, it's not going to serve you. Fearing the transformation will not serve you. So it's a time of take the energies of Leo. Take the strength from Leo. Become that lion. And fear is crippling. So don't let that steer you. Don't let that cripple you. Do what you have to do. Let's take another card. And then we've got the big dreams. Wow. I want you all to check all the videos from Libra in line up until Taurus. This card is in practically every single video, every single sign. So Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces and Aries. Maybe out of all those signs, one of the signs didn't get them. The rest all have this card as the outcome. This is crazy. Like, this is really crazy. Big dreams. I'm actually getting tired of explaining this card. This is Neptune moving direct at the end of November, 27th of November. Neptune is moving direct. Therefore, all this fluid energy, all this haziness will clear for you. Big dreams. If you see, even the Aries reading is called Big Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. What is beneath that water? It's a huge whale, which speaks of strength. And even though whales can be very strong, they're very motherly, they're very loving towards their cubs, their family. Okay, and they're very, like, their strength comes from family, I would say, more than likely. Of course, they can be quite, what's the word that I'm looking for? Intimidating. They can be quite intimidating, but Don't look at that. Pretend that you are the whale. You're going for your biggest dreams at this time. Make sure when you do dream, because you're going to see dreams and receive messages through those dreams, this will probably help you overcome this fear. And the big dreams are that you're receiving messages. So pay attention to that. Very important. And dream big. Go for what your heart desires. It's a time of going for your desires and, serving yourself first. Because I know that Taurus is very hardworking. They give a lot to others. I think that it's time now to open your heart and give that cup to where it's deserving. Okay? And of course, the reading can be turned around, flipped. Okay, so don't forget that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take another card here on after this Ten of Swords. What comes after that Ten of Swords? Which is really the Ace of Swords. And we've got the Three of Wands, which is, again, very common card. You're waiting for those ships to come in. You're waiting at the shore for those ships. You've done the work. You've stood in your integrity. You've been good. And what goes around comes around. I want to say, I think that you are deserving of a soulmate connection. A twin flame connection could be. Look at the reciprocity here. Look at the love here. What I'd like to do is I'd like to take this Page of Swords and see what that's all about. Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles. So we've got two pages here, and they could be children, of course. We've got air and earth. But what I think is that this Ace of Swords that you're using through this message that's come is going to bring you're going to start building on your future. Okay, you're turning a page, obviously. You've got the Page of Coins here. Turning a page and moving into something much more stable. And as I said, it looks like you are beginning with earth. And earth is what you're all about. So there's more stability in that. Let's look at this Knight of Cups. What's that all about? The general energy. So we've got the Two of Wands. You're turning your back on that Ace of Wands. And you're taking your desires and you're going for it. Some of you may be dealing with someone who's at a distance. We've got these two cards, the Two and the Three of Wands for me, are Sagittarian. The world is your oyster. You're making the choice. You're making a conscious choice and going with your heart and your desires. Okay? So, again, you may be offering your cup to someone who's got strong Leo. We've got Leo here as well. I'd like to just take one card on that. Lovers. And I will leave your reading at that. Dear Taurus, I do hope that this resonated for you. If not, please watch your moon and rising. What's that head over heart decision that you're making? And you've got the Seven of Wands. You're gonna fight for this. Okay? You've got the upper ground again. You're holding that Ace of Wands. Whatever is you're up against, you can do this, Taurus. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I do hope that it helped. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye for now.